What's up, everybody? It's Video Game Greek back with another video. This is my top 10 Dreamcast games of all time. Now, the games that I'm going to show you here are the ones that I've played the most growing up as a kid, and the ones that I've spent the most time with and I still enjoy today. The first one that I'm going to talk about is Crazy Taxi. Now, this is an earlier release for the Dreamcast. This is an awesome game. The basic objective of the game is to go around picking up different people, taking them to their destination, getting money for each delivery you make, and also getting some time bonuses so that you can extend the run. Usually they take, I'd say, about 3 to 5 minutes, and if you're good, probably a little longer than that. There's even some bonus games that you can play with the taxi, and you can make certain jumps, and which then unlocks different little special levels, which you can go bowling and stuff like that. The bowling, in my mind, is the most memorable. Trying to get a consecutive like 10 strikes, I think, is what I remember playing a lot of growing up. It's a lot of fun. There is a Crazy Taxi 2 for the system. It's a little harder to find, but that's also a fantastic game. So Crazy Taxi definitely had some great times with this game. Next, now this is the first console first-person shooter that I remember playing online. I remember the only other game that I played was James Bond for the 64, but that wasn't online. But that was the only other first-person shooter that I played before this game. Now, this was an awesome, fun game. Now, this isn't my favorite first-person shooter on the Dreamcast. I'll show you what that is in a second here. But this was an awesome Dreamcast game. And I still play it today with my mouse and keyboard, so that's a fun game. Next, another early release is Ready to Rumble Boxing. Now, Midway made a great game here, where it's a very arcade type style game, and that's what's so great about the Dreamcast, is that a lot of these games are very arcadey, simple to play but hard to master kind of games, and that's why I have such a passion for this system. It's a great system, and this is a fun boxing game. Like I said, it's pretty simple. Anyone can pick up and play, but like to master each individual boxer, their strengths and weaknesses was a lot of fun. All right, next here is my favorite first-person shooter on the system. This is Unreal Tournament. Now, this is a game where I can run through this game by myself against bots and try to unlock every game type, which I think there's team deathmatch, capture the flag, and I think there's one or two extra ones, almost like a King of the Hill, I think, which is a lot of fun, or a territory type game, which is a lot of fun. And I still play this game a lot as a first-person shooter. The sniping in this is really good, but it's really funny, like using your joystick only on your left, and there's not one on the right, obviously, because the Dreamcast controller didn't have one, but it actually is very accurate using that joystick and then the right buttons to move or strafe up and down and stuff like that. So this is a very fun first-person shooter. Check it out, Unreal Tournament. Next, we got Dave Mira BMX. Now you're probably like, oh my gosh, why is he picking this dumb sports game? But the controls in this game and being able to ride around and grind so effortlessly and do combos and stuff like that was so much fun. And I was into BMX biking at the time too, so that's probably what made it so much more special. But like the combos, the wheelies, like it's just crazy stuff you can pull off in this game. And that's what made it so much fun. Is they kind of threw reality out the window here and focused on fun, and this game is great. They have this for the PS1 too, but I like it better on the Dreamcast. Now, like I said in my other video, Die Hard Arcade was probably my favorite arcade of all time growing up, and this Dynamite Cop is the spiritual sequel to that. It's just a run around, beat 'em up game, picking up crazy weapons, shooting tons of weird enemies. It's so much fun. There's quick time events thrown in there. It doesn't really get better than this when you're playing this with a friend. It's such a great game. Dynamite Cop, check it out. Now, Canyon Spike is a little more harder to find than any of the other games here that I'm going to show you, but this is, geez, awesome game. It's like a shooter but you're a character, so you could be in this game. You can be Mega Man and various Capcom characters, and you run around the map, different stages, and shooting with. But yeah, this game is just so much fun. Check it out. You can make different difficulties, so it's very easy to get through and beat the game, and you can make it nearly impossible. So check out Cannon Spike. Next, I'm not a huge fan of RPGs, but Skies of Arcadia, holy crap, sucks you in from the beginning. The bosses in this are great. It's a little, if you're not into RPGs, then it's a little bit to get used to the layout and the certain, I guess, attacks and stuff like that. But then once you master it, the graphics are very colorful and just wonderful. And this is probably the best RPG on the console. There's not a lot. Grandia 2 probably people would argue, but this just Sky Pirates. Are you kidding me? Like, geez, every boy's dream. Seriously. All right. Next, now, okay, my last ones are boring, but I apologize, but it's the ones that I've played the most of, and growing up as a kid, loving every sport. This game was so much fun because of the battle system. The button combinations were so easy, and if you had two people who knew how to play this game, it was freaking incredible how you could punch and then they would reverse you. They would punch, you would reverse them, and it would go on and on like a chess match. It was freaking awesome. It was so cool. And the next like 7 UFC games were exactly like this, and I love them just as much as this one. And this is the one that started it all. So check that out. All right. So my last game, which is a set of 3 games here. You got NFL 2K, kind of boring, right? NBA 2K1, and then Virtua Tennis. Now these games, in my eyes, are what made or break the Dreamcast for me when I was trying to figure out what console to get in that era. And just these games looked incredible. When I saw this game for the first time, I was saying to myself, how the hell could graphics get better than this? Which is kind of funny looking back at it, but I just couldn't believe that the graphics looked this good. And playing this game was so much fun. When you were running with the player, the controls were so spot on when you were juking right and left that if you were actually good with just juking with your thumb, that was where you got the skill from in the game. Was yourself, not what buttons you knew to push. It was how good you could wiggle the joystick to shake the person who was defending you. Virtua Tennis, again, arcade type tennis game, which was so much fun to play. It was in the arcades as well. Just a great simple game that people still play today. And then the NBA 2K series, which was awesome. This one I kind of remember the most because I think the blocks in this were so memorable that like every time you would block someone, it would get sent out into the crowd, and in the crowd there was like a camera that would shake when the ball would hit it. So it's very memorable. Plus the moves in this game, like when you would hit the B button, like the crossovers were a lot better than in the first one. So that's why I think this one was a little more memorable for me. Plus AI is my boy, which he's on the cover of all of them. But this game was so much fun too. So anyway, guys, that was my top 10 Dreamcast games. Hope you liked it. Leave any comments and you guys can let me know what your favorite Dreamcast games are. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, hope you liked the video.